I listened to this soundbite of none other than Mr. Eric Swalwell, who would have been is the representative you see from California that took up with that Chinese spy. Remember Fang? Well, he's got quite a sordid past, and he's clearly willing to do anything to kind of spout his party line. I mean, clearly, he's not somebody that's really governed, I don't think, by any kind of compass of his own. Hope there's no fangs hanging around still. Anyway, so Eric Swalwell goes on that choice network, MSNBC, and he starts somehow saying something that is so inverted and ridiculous. Because again, everybody's trying to explain how could things possibly be going badly. I mean, you're only spending billions of dollars in Ukraine and doing nothing for the border and looking at mass inflation again. I mean, this couldn't be Biden's fault, right? No. It's Maga's fault. Listen to Eric Swalwell.
Nature abhors a vacuum. In a void, Republicans, will continue to tell lies about President Biden. And that's in part why I think his approval rating is as low as it is that they tell these lies. We don't punch back hard enough. We play on our side of the field rather than theirs. And then on the right-wing media ecosystem, it just reinforces those lies. And then they use the low poll numbers to justify why they're going to lean in even more.
It's kind of funny, right? Like, it gets you a little mad, but it's kind of funny because he's just lying through his teeth, literally lying through his teeth. He's saying somehow that people just make up stuff about Biden. Really? I actually think the press goes kind of easy on Biden. I mean, can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine if Donald Trump did half of the things that Biden does? I mean, over and over again. I'm trying to see if I can find this. Oh yeah, this is priceless. I mean, you can't even make this stuff up. For those of you that haven't seen it, Joe Biden can't seem to get the word boy out of his head when he's referring to an African-American male, even if that African-American black male, forgive me. I know that's kind of, people get touchy about that term. Now I'm pulling like a Biden, right? Anyway, this is a term you should definitely be very, very touchy about, because if you're a black man, you really don't want to be called boy. Like, that is just not okay. And yet Joe Biden keeps doing this. Like, I'm not making this up. I think it's really weird. I mean, granted, he's from another era, and he may be suffering, and I say this in all seriousness, from early stages of dementia. I mean, I'm no doctor, but gosh, there's a lot of warning signs there, including this. Here we go.
And two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip-hop in America, LL Cool J. By the way, that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs. I think he's spent. And MC Light, both of you, thank you.
Okay, you got it.
Because they're both.
I mean, he's trying to save himself there, and I explained yesterday this is not the first time he's done it. Like recently, like 3 times, just within the last several months, including calling one of the FEMA personnel directors who happens to be a black man. Boy, I mean, I'm blown away by that. So no, we're not making anything up, Eric Swalwell. This guy, like, he's doing it all on his own. And I'm not making up inflation numbers of 3.5% for the month of August. That is how much consumer spending has gone up. And I'm not making up numbers. These are from the Biden government in terms of all the people that are coming into the country. What was the latest? 2.8 million illegally, like crossing the border. I mean, this is not good. You got an economy that's lousy. You got a border policy that's non-existent. Here's a little factoid for you. How do you like this? In Baltimore, unbelievable. This is the product of Democrat administrations that clearly are not looking out for the people at all. Not looking out for the people, certainly not in the city of Delaware. In Democrat-run Baltimore, 0 students tested proficient in math. 13 of the city's public high schools, 0. I mean, why don't you just shut those schools down, for goodness sakes? How is it that they're still in operation? How could anybody collect a paycheck in these schools? You are not helping these kids. And just 92 out of the 809 students at the city's top 5 public high schools testified proficient in math. And what are they talking about now in California? We need new math. We need a new kind of math, because math is apparently racist because kids in Baltimore aren't doing well? I mean, no. Eric Swalwell, he's doing this to himself. Your party is doing this to itself. Hey everyone, Trish Regan here. If you enjoyed that clip, please do me the favor of subscribing to the channel. Just hit that little subscribe button right over there. Did I do that right? Not quite, but you know where it is. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so that you get the alerts, and I'll see you back on the show.